Hey everybody, Big Anglovich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore. And there's a lot of people out there who think about doing carnivore, but they're not sure if they can do it. They wonder what being a carnivore is like. So I decided that I would do things a little different this week, and I would do a what I eat in a week video. And that's going to be for this week, which ends Monday, July 31st, 2023. And this will be week 9 for me in my journey to Wonderland. And what am I going to do during this What I Eat in a Week video? Well, I'm going to be doing 2 things. First of all, I do beef, butter, bacon, and eggs carnivore. And this week I'm going to be doing 1 meal a day fasting. That's what we're using for this What I Eat in a Week video. And you're watching Big Anglovich on health. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. What do I eat in a week on carnivore? What is it like? Let's check it out. Let's see how it goes starting on Monday. Okay, it is Monday, so we're seeing what I'm eating on Monday. And first thing I do every day is I get up and I do my numbers. I check my ketones, which today were 2.2, and my blood sugar, which was 84. Those were both almost identical to yesterday, only 0.1 off for the blood sugar, and the ketones exactly the same. So that was interesting. Doesn't happen very often. That means that my Dr. Boz ratio is a 38, which is also the same as yesterday, as you might have guessed. So then I went for a walk, and after I finished with that, I came home and I just hung out a little bit. I'm doing 1 meal a day as my fasting protocol this week. I like to keep it changed up, so that's what I picked for this week because I've been doing something different for the last while. And I was only going to eat 1 meal, and I try and fit that in somewhere close to midday. I work in the evening, so I pick that as the time I can eat my meal, and then I don't have to worry about bringing anything with me to work. So I had hamburger today for my meal. I have a big chub of ground beef that I get from Aldi. It's pretty cheap and affordable, and I just cut off, it's in a round tube, so I just cut off slices of that and fry them up in the frying pan. And I had these 4, and when I finished those 4, I thought, you know what, I could probably eat some more, and so I made 2 more, and I finished those off. And I've been trying not to eat any rendered fat, just the fat that comes with the meat that I actually eat, just to keep myself from having any problems with diarrhea, because I've been having that by eating too much rendered fat. So I couldn't decide what to do with the fat that melted out of the ground beef. Should I eat it? Should I not? Do I need to avoid it? Does this count as rendered fat? In the end, I put it on the plate and kind of poured it over the top of the hamburgers, and I would use it kind of like a sauce. I would just, wipe the chunks of the burger around in that and then eat it. Makes it taste better. And so far, I haven't had any problem with any diarrhea from it. So maybe it doesn't count as rendered since it was part of the meat to begin with. I don't know. Now I'm back to fasting, and I'm fasting the whole rest of the day, and I will eat again probably around 11:30 or so tomorrow. It is Tuesday, day 2 of the What I Eat in a Week show. And the first thing I do every day is get up and I check my numbers. My ketones were at 2.4 this morning, which is pretty similar to yesterday. On top of that, my blood sugar was 86 today, which is like 2 points off of what it was yesterday, which made my Dr. Boz ratio come out to a 35. So, again, good numbers, regular numbers, just what I'm kind of looking for. Then I went out and I did a little exercise. I have taken the stupid idea that I might try to train for the Houston Marathon this year. And so I've been working on that. Today I was supposed to run for 30 minutes, and that's what I did. I went out and I ran. I made it the whole way. Wasn't fast, a little faster than I was on Sunday, so there's that, but nothing amazing, sadly. And then when I got home, I had my meal. I'm doing 1 meal a day fasting this week, so I'm only having 1 meal. Today I decided to make that bacon and eggs. So I cooked up a pound of bacon, 8 eggs, and I ate those for my meal. Actually, my son stole 1 piece of the bacon, so it wasn't quite a pound. But yeah, that was what I ate, and now it's back to fasting. And I will fast for 23, well, I mean, it's already been going for a while, but altogether I will do 23 hours. I generally do a 23-1 schedule when I'm doing 1 meal a day. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow about what I eat for the rest of the week. All right, continuing on with what I eat in a week. Today is Wednesday. I'm still doing the 1 meal a day thing, and first thing I did, as usual, was I got up and I did my measurements. And my blood sugar was at 73. My ketones were at 3.1. So those are both really good numbers, which therefore gave me a Dr. Boz ratio of 23, which is awesome. That's exactly what I'd like to have in my Dr. Boz ratio. So today I did go out and go for a walk around the neighborhood. I didn't run like I did yesterday. I only do that every other day, but I do like to still have some kind of exercise. But on top of that, today was the day of the week that I have decided I will exercise by lifting weights. So I went out, I did this last week on Thursday, and I did all the same exercises that I did then, which is deadlift, squats, bench press, curls, although this time around I did the curls with the bar because I wanted it to be a little heavier. I did wrist curls, military press, and I did some sit-ups and some leg lifts, and that was good. I wore myself out. My arms are tired. Hopefully I'll soon be buffed. But anyways, after that, I went out to the barbecue and I cooked myself up this lovely steak. This was a ribeye steak, and baby, it was tasty. It was about a pound, the steak. I got it at Aldi. It was really tasty. It was a good day to be eating steak. And that's what I did. Now I've had my 1 meal, and from here on out, I will be fasting. I'll drink some water. Got some water right here. And I'll be drinking that, but that's all for the rest of the day. No more food. Okay, now it is Thursday, and we've been doing things a little differently all week long. I'm doing a what I eat in a week video. So what did I eat this week? Well, as I've always said, I always start out my day measuring my blood sugar and my ketones. Because as Optimus Prime says, if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. So my blood sugar was 74 today. That's a pretty good, nice and low blood sugar. My ketones were up at 3.4, which is also really good, which meant my Dr. Boz ratio was 21. Which is really great. Those numbers are all great. So that means that what I'm eating and my fasting protocol is doing good for me so far this week. Interesting, because I'm fasting a little less intensely, and yet still getting good high ketones and good low Dr. Boz ratios and low blood sugars. So I got up. Today is the day that I go running, so I went out and I ran for 30 minutes. It was tough. I just switched over to running continuously this week. Up until now, my training was, run for a little bit and then walk a little bit, and run and then walk. And now it's just, nope, run the whole time. And so that's what I did, and yeah, it was tough, and I was slow. It's weird how I can be so much slower running when I don't stop running. Whereas I was faster when I would stop and walk a little and then run and then walk. Now I run the whole time and I'm slower than I was before. It's kind of sad. I used to get these little notices that would say, "You did your second fastest run ever." And I don't get something like this, but I probably should get one as you just did. "Your second slowest run ever. Seriously, man, you suck." But I'll get there. Hopefully I will. Actually, I don't know. I got home from my run and I went and took a shower, and I bent in a certain way and I felt a twinge in my back, and now my back has been bugging me all day, and I was afraid something like this would happen. My back is notoriously bad. I've thought about going to a massage therapist to see if they can, I think it's something in my psoas muscle, which I only sort of know what is, but it's the one that connects to your lower lumbar spine, and I don't know. Hopefully I'll get around to that. Maybe this twinge in my back will make it more so, because it's now like spreading its way up my back, and even my upper back is hurting. So anyways, this is a what I eat in a week video. Sorry, I got off track here. Let's get to what I ate. So it was time to make some food, and I decided what I would do today was try and mix some stuff together. I'm doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs only, and this time around I figured I'd take the beef and I'd mix the bacon in with it. So I cut up some bacon into little pieces, and I took my ground beef and I mixed it all in with it, and then I molded them into beef patties. And I took them out, and I decided I would take, usually I cook these on the cast iron skillet, but I decided today I would take them out and cook them on the barbecue, because it's a big barbecue and I can get them all done at once. I had 5 of them, and I threw them on there and they started cooking. I thought, oh good, and I went inside for a minute. When I came back out, the whole thing was smoking like crazy, and it was on fire like you wouldn't believe. I don't know, it was just way more fat than usual, so it was catching fire, but I kind of burned the heck out of these things. I didn't even realize. I don't think I was inside for very long, but whew, it was done by the time I got out there. And some of the burned parts I cut off and threw away, and other parts were, yeah, I thought they were okay. So yeah, I had these patties and I ate them all 5. And they were a little dried out. I guess all the fire had burned away all the fat. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to have some butter with them. So I took my butter as I was eating, and I would just take a little pat of it, put it on each bite, and eat it. And that turned out fine. It wasn't too much butter to cause me to have any kind of diarrhea. It was just the right amount. But weirdly, and maybe again is because the fat had all burned off, but I was still hungry when I was done. Usually something like that would fill me up. I think next time I'll make sure to do it in the skillet so that I get more of the fat and I don't waste that. Because yeah, I wound up going, okay, well, I gotta eat some more or I'm gonna be super hungry later. And so I went back and I cooked 6 eggs and the rest of the bacon that I hadn't chopped up into the burgers, which was I think 6 pieces. And I had those and mixed them all up into a nice little plate of eggs and bacon, and I had that, and that was pretty good and tasty, and I am nice and full. I think I will be just fine for the rest of my 23 hours of fasting, which I am partway through, and I will keep doing that, and I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. It is Friday, and my numbers this morning were pretty good. My blood sugar was at 74. My ketones 2.8, which leaves my Dr. Boz ratio at 26. All of those are great numbers and mean that I'm doing well. 1 meal a day again today, still doing that. Then what did I eat for this day? Well, I got up and I had some bacon and eggs for my meal this morning. I skipped the running. My back has gotten worse in the last 24 hours, and so I thought I would let it rest, and I think I definitely needed that. The bacon and eggs were good, but by the time I was done with them, I wasn't totally full, which is the same thing that happened to me yesterday with the stuff that I ate. So this time around, I took the ground beef that I had leftovers, maybe a pound of it, dropped it into the frying pan, and I just cooked it up as ground beef. So it's just ground beef. I have it in this little container here, and I ate most of what you see there, probably at least 2/3 of it. And that was my food for the day. That's what I ate in the day. You know, doing things differently, doing the what I eat in a day thing, which, you know, that's not usually my thing, but, you know, we're trying something new. So then it was time to fast, and I've been fasting ever since, and I'll fast, you know, another 23 hours before I eat again. And so that is my deal today. It is Saturday, and it was another good day today. I got up first of all, and I did my numbers, and my ketones were at 2.4. My blood sugar was at 83, and that gave me a Dr. Boz ratio of 34, which is right where it should be. It's just great, keeping me in ketosis, keeping me in autophagy, and that's what I am after. I got up and went and did some stuff first, and then right around noon I had my meal. I started with just what was left of the ground beef that I hadn't finished off yesterday, and I ate that, and then I also cooked up some bacon and eggs, and I ate that for my meal, and it was all pretty tasty. And then the rest of the day I just kind of fasted. I didn't eat anything else. I didn't go for a run because my back has deteriorated a little bit, so I'm letting it heal. Hopefully it'll get there soon. I don't want to lose my my fitness level that I've been working on all this time. I'll never make it to a marathon if I go backwards now. But yeah, that is what I did for today. That's what I ate for the day, and we're moving on to the next day. Hey everybody, it is Sunday, and I got up to my numbers this morning, and my blood sugar was at 85. My ketones were at 2.3, and that made my Dr. Boz ratio be at 36. So that was my numbers for the day. What did I eat for the day? I didn't do any running because my back's still bad, and I think I'm going to give it a whole week just to make sure it feels better before I try again. But what did I eat in my day? I started cooking some ground beef. I thought that would be the best thing to go for today. So I started cooking that up. But while I was waiting, I got tempted. I decided that I would try to eat the last sausage that we had. I had some of these I think it was last Sunday actually. They're these Hatch chili sausages, and I probably shouldn't have eaten them. Not beef, butter, bacon, and eggs like I said I was doing at the start of the show. But I did. I ate just this one, and I'll probably regret it when it comes out the other end because they tend to be a little spicy, both going in and out. Yikes. Anyways, I finished the ground beef, and I had that. I ate most of what you see here. I didn't quite eat it all. Probably a pound and a half, something like that, of ground beef. That was what I ate in the day. The rest of the day I didn't eat anything. I just had that stuff, and that was my one meal for the day. And that's the end of this week. Now you've seen what I eat in a week. Let's send it back to Big Anklevich, and he can, I guess, wrap it all up. All right, thanks, Big Anklevich. So there you go. That's what I eat in a week when I'm doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs carnivore and one meal a day fasting. You know, it was pretty simple stuff. That's one of the things that I think is the best thing about carnivore, is that you can really limit what you're eating, and it will help keep you from straying from what you should be doing. particularly beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. There's only very few things that fit in that. And as long as you stick to it, which I did stray slightly and eat that one sausage, but as long as you stick to it, you can't really go wrong. It's hard to do something that you shouldn't have as long as you stick to it. So that's what I try to do. During that time, I went from the start of the week, I weighed 271.0, and it changed to 269.3, which is down 1.7 pounds. Not a huge loss, but that's not really what I'm going for. I'm not trying to lose a bunch all at once. I want to, change my way of life and bring down my weight steadily and slowly and correctly so that it will stay off. And I will have the habits and the physiognomy that is prepared to remain a skinny person, someone who's living in Wonderland. So altogether, since I started a little over 2 months ago, I have lost 20.5 pounds. It's a good, respectable number. Got a lot to go, at least 70 pounds to get me into Wonderland. We'll see how long it takes me. Could be a whole year. I expect it probably will be about that much. If you're wondering about what I paid for what the stuff is that I ate, a lot of people, they want to do carnivore, but they think, oh, it's too expensive. I can't just afford to eat steaks all day long. Oh my gosh, that's too much. Yeah, that is a legit concern. I can tell you what I paid for all the stuff that I ate this week. The butter that I had is butter that I got from Costco. It is $10.99 for 2 pounds of grass-fed butter, and that's the Costco brand butter, and it was $10.99, so that's $5.50 a pound, and it takes a long time to get through a pound of butter, let me just tell you. So it lasts for a while. I didn't eat that much of it this week, as you probably noticed. I didn't just eat spoonfuls of butter. I would use it here and there in stuff that I was cooking. The eggs that I ate, they were $4.99, also at Costco. For the cage-free eggs, these are the white ones. They $4.99 for 2 dozen, so that gets me a dozen for about $2.50. So, that was the price I was paying for that. You can get even better eggs, which I think are free range. They're usually brown eggs. I think they're $7.99, so it's more like $3.50 to $4 a dozen. And those are probably better for you, to tell you the truth. Free range eggs are probably getting more of the proper diet, and so they have more of the proper nutrients in the eggs that you should have. I don't know. It depends on how worried I am about finances as to which ones that I choose. The ground beef, which is something that I ate a great deal of this week, I get it at Aldi. You can see here it was $9.99 for a 5-pound chub of ground beef. That's $2 a pound. Normally it's $15, so that's what, $3 a pound? But still, $3 a pound is great, and you can only eat about 1 or 2 pounds per meal tops. So, you're generally only paying, and when you eat only 1 meal a day, you're paying what, $3, $6 for your whole day's food? Not a lot of places you can do something like that. Then there was the times where I had like the New York strip steak. Yeah, that is $12 a pound, and that is an expensive thing. So I generally only eat steak some days, once a week or so. I usually get myself 1 steak as kind of a treat for myself. And yeah, $11.99 a pound. I only eat the 1 pound, and so that was, that's a $12 day instead of a $6 day. So And you probably do save money down the line because you won't have to pay for all the doctor bills because you'll be in so much better health. So there's that. I don't know. It's definitely worth it, I would say. Give it a shot. Try it for 30 days and see how it goes. It's working great for me, and I think that it will work great for most people because it's the proper human diet. So if you're a human, it's going to work out for you. So there you go. That's my What I Eat in a Week video. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you around here again soon. I'll see you guys next week on Big Anklevich on Health. Because you won't have to pay so much money in doctor bills, which is what's going to be there for you. Shoot. It just died on me. I'll see you guys next week. Dang it.